Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dychronic, your host here on this Destiny 2 video, and today we'll be taking a look at the Destiny 2 weekly reset for February 23rd, 2021. In case you did not know, this reset video is late because there was an extended maintenance that Destiny 2 or Bungie was doing that extended multiple times. So this is the earliest that I could have actually done it. I will still have my live stream following this video in case you wanted to catch that as well. Some major stuff happening this week. First and foremost, we have Iron Banner, and with that, pretty much every time we have Iron Banner, we have increased Valor. So if you want to get Valor resets, I think it's 2 times during the week, 3 times during the weekend, although I haven't mentioned that in a while. I think that should still probably be true. On top of that, we also have the release of the Dead Man's Tale catalyst. So if you have the Dead Man's Tale, I imagine you can then come here and pick up the catalyst, which is going to be important because the catalyst makes it fire faster and have no hit fire penalties, which is really good for this kind of weapon. Okay, you have to complete it on master difficulty. Yikes. Yo, actually, I'm wrong on that. 1320. That is something else. And the modifiers are really not that difficult. This may be easier than I thought. At 1300 character, you could probably actually do this. On top of that, the whole mission is actually not that bad either. So you know what? We're getting the catalyst today. Let's go! Wow, you can really tell I've literally not played on my Warlock this whole season, huh? Or my Hunter, I mean. Moving on with the regular weekly reset, first and foremost, for the Nightfall Ordeal this week, it's going to be Warden of Nothing. Now, I imagine that this one is going to be dropping the Swarm as part of that special Nightfall weapon because we've had the other two, and now this is the 3rd out of 3, so it's probably the Swarm. And I hope that it rotates like that every time, and I'll be able to tell you that. As far as the 100k goes, I personally would recommend doing it on Legend. It is a fairly long and disparate mission. There's a lot of empty space in it, even though there are a couple sections with a lot of enemies. The weekly heroic burn this week is going to be Void Cinch. I don't even have Battlegrounds playlist unlocked on my Hunter. Wow. For the Crucible playlist, obviously we have that Iron Banner stuff. Its 6v6 control level advantages are enabled, and to remind you, the artifact does not count for Iron Banner. So you just have to get good gear, and you can fight an Iron Banner. The other one is going to be Clash. It's basically a team deathmatch. Saladin, 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 where are you, Saladin? And in case you were wondering about Saladin's inventory, there's a couple of different bounties across the top, including things like defeating opponents while assisted by teammates, capturing zones, defeating opponents while holding the advantage. And then, of course, the dreaded ability one, which I never seem to get. But they're all pinnacle gear, which is very nice if you're trying to level up. And, of course, we also have the quest, which I imagine unlocks a lot of the different armor pieces. Hopefully, it unlocks the full armor. This is going to be one of the original Iron Banner gears. How about now? Hey, I got one of the new guns! I still can't get that, huh? Well, would you look at that? You know what? That's a pretty damn good roll for a first roll. Moving on to the Europa stuff, first and foremost, we have the Empire Hunt, which is going to be the Technocrat if you need the Technocrat for whatever reason. The simulation this week is going to be Safeguard. I believe this is the one where it's just wave defense and there's those little shining diamond things in the sky, just defend against the Vex. For the Deepstone Crypt Raid Challenge this week, it's going to be of all trades. This is going to be taking place in the 3rd major encounter of the raid. This is going to be the one where you bring the ship down, and in this encounter, every single person has to do all 3 of the different jobs. Basically, just follow a chart where everybody trades jobs in a very specific direction, and you have no lockout, and everybody gets to do every job. And on top of that, I've also heard you have to pick up the nuke, which is not hard to do. This is definitely not a really hard one, and it's great because it teaches everybody how to do every job. Oof. Master Lost Sector has the chess piece, huh? That's unfortunate. Anyways, moving on to the moon stuff. First and foremost, for the Nightmare Hunts, we have things like Dominus Gaul, we got Taniks, and we've got Fogoth. Obviously, Fogoth's going to be the easiest one, as you can just hide from him in like 3 different locations during the boss fight. For the Garden of Salvation Raid Challenge, it's going to be Leftovers. It's going to be taking place in the 1st encounter of the raid, and in this encounter, you're not allowed to kill any of the Cyclopses that spawn in during the Harpy boss's presence. So you have to and can kill the ones that are already there, but you can't kill any new ones that spawn in. This one's really easy, just jump around. Jump around, jump around. Whoa, you're looking suave, look at you. Moving on to Eververse's inventory, showing off some stuff that is available in case you're interested in the Bright Dust section. I honestly, again, have to repeat, the Season of Chosen Eververse armor looks dope as hell, and I'm very much looking forward for a full Tide set. But obviously you have to buy this with either silver or you have to buy it one at a time throughout the season. Anyways, moving on with the Bright Dust stuff. First of all, we have the Quality Cut, which is a undying thing looking like this. We got the Twisty Dance, which looks like this. We got some Ghost Projections, some more shaders. I've never actually found this shader looks good on anything, but it's there if you want some variance. For the other bright dust section, not really seeing anything that crazy that I don't already have. First of all, we got the perfect swing, which I will actually let this one play out. Basically, you go for a swing and then you just totally muller it and you break the club. Yeah. That's what you do. You break the club when you're mad. That's how you do it. We also got the big red button, which, you know, sits there without clicking the button until you hit stop emote, and then you click it. And then nothing happens, but, you know, it's a fun emote. You got an ornament for the hard lights, it is actually a hard light cycle. I was gonna make fun of it, but this is just a hard light in a cycle. We have the ornament for the Raiden Flux, one of the best ornaments in the game, in my opinion. I love fairly anything that looks Siva-like. Outbreak Perfected, the Synthoceps, Raiden Flux, they all look super dope. The Anarchy one, not so much, but this one's pretty great. Got a ghost shell in case you want it. Got an ornament for the Black Talon if you want something a little bit different. Some ghost projections, some transmit effects. That all look pretty cool, and I would highly recommend a lot of them, actually. These are all pretty good transmit effects. The Golden Age Wine can look good on certain weapons. Has that nice little effect where it looks like a slightly different color depending on which angle you look at it from. You also have the Ancient Republic, one of those weird ones where in certain pieces of armor it looks way different than other ones. The weapon looks purple, the cloak looks black and red, and the bottoms look just black, white, and silver. It's very random. It really depends on what armor you're using it on, but it has a lot of greatness to it, so I would recommend picking one of these up to try it out on some other stuff. And then obviously, if you want to visually overload people, we have the Indigo Matrix, which again, depends on which armor you're selecting. To Hawthorne, away! And finally, we have Hawthorne's inventory, showing off our weekly raid challenge. This one's gonna be Keep Out. Now, Keep Out is gonna be taking place in the Vault encounter. I believe that's the 4th encounter. And in this encounter, just don't let any of the Yellow Health Knights into the center circle area. There's a special strat for that where you leave one person in each room. Pretty straightforward. And that is gonna be pretty much the end of the video. Let me know in the comments down below if any questions, concerns. Also, of course, come check me out on my live streams at twitch.tv/Dychronic, link in the description down below. We're often doing open lobbies for raids. We'll definitely be doing the Prestige Master stuff for the Catalyst and all the good stuff. So if you wanted to come join, we have a lot of fun. And of course, huge shout out to my patrons on Patreon for making videos like this possible. Specifically, these spreadsheets would be the first thing to go as they take a lot of time, and the Patrons are making this possible. And if you want to support those efforts, check a link in the description down below. Specifically, I want to give a big shout out to Medibuju, Mama Dad, Shadow Moon, Joe Smith, Monday, Natalie Halpin, Steve Bachner, Justin Rare, Raymond Showman, and Unipanther for their support on Patreon. If you want to make this list harder to read, or if you just want to support the good stuff on the channel, check a link in the description down below. But yeah, that's the end of it. Hope you guys did enjoy. My name's Dychronic, and I'll see you guys on the next one.